guys, welcome back to Rooted Hearts Homestead. Today we are going to do something a little different, and it's for a couple of reasons. First, because it is adoption month, and that is something that we celebrate in our family because we actually have several adopted kids, and so we want to share a story with you. And the second reason that we are doing this a little bit different is because outside there is a blizzard, and that is very unusual for us for this time of year, but it's what we've got, and you can't argue with Mother Nature. So the story we're going to tell you today, and I have Steve here with me because Steve is our very first child that we adopted. We're going to tell you the story of the first day that he came to our house. And so I'm going to have Steve tell you from his perspective first.
Plus the only boy.
Yes, and you are the only boy in our house. We have only girls after that. It's true. So we're going to have him tell you from his perspective first and what he remembers.
Hey guys, this is Editing Kim. I am just going through and putting together the video, and I realized that I want to make a couple clarifications with this before you get into the story. First is that we are not going to tell why he came into foster care. That is his personal story that he will choose to share. He wanted to share just about his first day at our house. That's not his first day in care. That's just his first day in our house. And second, I want to just touch on the fact that adoption is special in a way where it is the beginning and an end. It will always be a beginning and an end. There will always be happiness and sadness with everything. Now, I am grateful that he doesn't remember all the little bits and pieces of what he went through. And I'm also super thankful to therapy because that has also helped us get to where we are now. But one day we'll share his full story with you. But for now, we're just going to share just that first day and just the gravity of what it is. It's a big deal for him. So enjoy this, and remember that adoption is special in its happiness and sadness at the same time. So, yeah. All right. Enjoy the video.
So, Steve, how old were you when you came to our house first?
2.
You were 2. That is true.
2.
And where did you meet me? Do you remember the story?
Oh, yes. The gas station.
Why did you meet me at the gas station?
Because home was too far away.
Okay. What happened at the gas station?
We talked and switched cars.
Do you remember coming to our house the first day?
All I remember is I saw Marshall.
So, do you remember anything else you want to tell YouTube about?
And the first day I came to the house, yeah, I was sorry. I was very sorry. Even at the
Very
gas
quiet.
Even at the gas station. Mom didn't even know I could talk.
I wasn't sure you could. I had no idea.
Until at the store.
Yep.
Wait.
All right, so let's tell the story from the beginning. So in foster care, what happens for the kid is they get removed and placed into a home. But what happens for foster parents is they have to get a phone call and they have to decide, yes, we're going to take this placement of a child, or no, we're not. We were between placements, which means we didn't have a placement currently. We had a placement. We did not currently have a placement. And so we said yes to taking Steve. And when that happens, there's a bunch of coordination and things. But usually when the child first comes into care, they get placed into what is called an emergency placement if they can't find a home for them right away. So Steve was at an emergency placement, and he needed to come to our house, which was his permanent placement. So what ended up happening was we met at a gas station, and that is very much the truth. It was a gas station about 15 minutes from here. We met someone there who just transferred this kid to my car and was like, okay, here's a bag, which has 1 pair of pajamas and 3 t-shirts and 3 pairs of shorts in it, and it's everything that he owns. And I was like, well, that's not going to work. So we had to go to the store. Now, this kid did not say a single word from Not hi, not waving, nothing. Just completely silent. I did not know if he could talk, which is why you said that. Because he was silent. I thought, we got one of the quietest boys I have ever met. So we went to the store, and the very first word he said was Marshall. We had to get him clothing, we had to get him pajamas, we had to get him diapers, we had to get all sorts of stuff because he was way bigger than any 2-year-old that I had ever had. I was like, are you sure he's only 2? And I thought he was closer to 3 or 4 because of his size. And so we went to the store, and one of the things that I always do at the store when I'm there, especially when we have kids coming in, is I go to the toy section and I try and find one item that they really love, if I'm able to. If I'm already at the store, we might as well find them something that they can call theirs. He came with nothing. He didn't have a stuffed animal, nothing. And he saw Paw Patrol Marshall stuffed animal, and it was the very first word he'd said in 30 or 45 minutes. He pointed to it and said, Marshall. And so I was like, well, I think we can get you that Marshall. And so we did. He still has Marshall in his room. Very special. After that, then you came to our house. Do you remember coming into the house or any parts of that? No, he was pretty little. When you're 2 and you're in that sort of a situation, you don't always remember all the little teeny tiny pieces. But he came in and he just stood there in the room. He didn't know what to do. He hadn't done a lot of household playing like my older children did. And they were being rambunctious as usual. And so he just stood there and watched them play. And then we started pulling out toys and cars and different little things. And he started playing with them. And we learned he could talk. He had lots of words to say. And we learned that he loved Paw Patrol. That was his favorite thing at the time. And what else did we learn? We learned a lot of stuff about you that first day. And he got his own room, which was awesome. He was the only boy. There was a lot of things that we did, just finding out what foods he liked. I learned that his favorite chip was a spicy Cheeto or a spicy Dorito. Like anything spicy. He really liked spicy stuff, which I thought was crazy. I'd never met a 2-year-old who liked spicy things as much as Steve did. And he still likes spicy things. That is nothing new. He will still eat wasabi peas as a snack. It's crazy. He loves spicy things. And we just hung out and played and had a lot of fun. That was your very first day here. And he never left. He stayed here forever. And now we get to keep him forever. And that is the amazing part of adoption. Anything else you'd like to tell YouTube about your first day?
Well, I kind of did remember one thing.
What do you remember?
I remember the van.
The fan?
The van.
Oh, the van. Yes, I had a big van.
It was purple.
Mm-hmm. That's back when we had a big van. We don't have a big van anymore.
Yeah, now we have Lola.
Yep. Now we have our car. That's cool. Thank you for sharing that with everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed this. And I look forward to sharing with you more homesteading stuff and more family stuff in the weeks to come. But for now, bye!
Bye-bye.